And on this episode of She Was Never Heard of Again, we have this from comic. 2 years ago today, Amelia Clark's Gaia debuted in Secret Invasion. Man, Secret Invasion. What an absolute ride that was. Nick Fury cucked to hell. His wife is a Skrull. Didn't realize that for years, but at the same time realizes this entire time. A million Skrulls out there in every form of government. Rhodey's a Skrull, so obviously the ending scene of Endgame where he's sitting with Tony Stark because he's dying, that was null and void. And then we had Gaia, the most powerful Mary Sue character of all time, who has the powers of literally every hero and villain in the MCU that we've seen so far. How did they get samples of everyone's DNA? How did they? Do you know what? I remember there was a scene in Infinity War where Doctor Strange is fighting Ebony Maw, and he shoots the bricks at him, and one of them cuts Maul's face. So it's kind of implying that, oh, I guess they got his blood sample from this. Like, imagine trying to find a drop of blood during an alien invasion where there's dust everywhere and all these overturned vehicles. Like, is that what they were implying? Captain Marvel, how do you have her DNA? Just I think Drax the Destroyer, his arms. She was able to make her arms into his arms. Like it was one of the worst Mary Sue characters of all time, and she is the instant kill button. Because not only does she have the powers of Captain Marvel, who in the MCU right now is probably one of the most powerful beings we have. So right there, Captain Marvel's there. The problem solved. But no, 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 no. Now we have a character that has Captain Marvel and everyone else's abilities as well. Oh, also she has Mantis's ability to put people to sleep. Yes, I understand the idea that if you want to have this character have all these powers. However, how does she know how to use them all instantly? Secret Invasion was easily on the top. I mean, I was gonna say the bottom tier of Marvel Disney Plus shows, but at this point, what was a good show? What was a good show during the Disney Plus TV show era? Like, I can't really. I'm trying to think. Maybe for some odd reason, Hawkeye comes to mind when I think of the shows that were kind of good, that didn't crap on the main characters and didn't have these world-ending stakes or end in such ways that we're like, oh, we're gonna see characters that we're never gonna see again. Hawkeye might have been one of the most perfect shows of what Disney Plus shows were supposed to be about. Other than that, Moon Knight didn't care for it. Captain Falcon preview series, no, I didn't like that one. WandaVision was kind of fun in the beginning, and then it turned into just an absolute mess of a show. Agatha crushed Daredevil, Born Again. How did that happen? And I'm trying to think of what other shows came out, but honestly, I don't even care to look them up. But all I know is that Secret Invasion probably had some of the biggest stakes of all the shows, and we are never going to get to see any of these things play out ever again. I have no idea what that show was trying to accomplish because that's the thing though. Every one of these shows, like with WandaVision made sense because it led into Multiverse of Madness. Falcon and Winter Soldier made sense because it led into Captain America 4. All of these other ones, none of anything that happened in it is ever gonna see the light of day again. And this character here, Gaia, she shouldn't. No, 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 no. Because again, you don't need the rest of the Avengers. You don't need anyone. You don't need Shield. You don't need the U.S. government. You don't need any variation. You don't need Doctor Strange and Wanda. You have Gaia. That she could probably do everything that Wanda and Doctor Strange can do, plus Captain Marvel. So she could make sling ring portals and just shoot cosmic blasts through them and just end every world problem. Amazing. How did this show get greenlit? And who in their right mind thought Gaia was a good character to have? A good addition to the MCU. But man, like I said, it's been 2 years. She might show up for Doomsday and Secret Wars, but honestly, she shouldn't. Amelia Clark, I don't know what the hell happened with her career. It's like as soon as Game of Thrones started to go in the toilet and this show came out, it's like I haven't seen this girl since. Unbelievable. This show dropped the ball in so many ways, and I'm glad we're never going to see her again. But hey, in the end, man, what do you guys think about that?